Hello, everyone. This is BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is Tuesday, so you know we're here with Terry Johnson online everywhere, all the way from New York City, bringing us tips and tools to get the job done. Now, I want to give a shout out to my partner, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. She's on the road today, and we wish her well. But in the interim, we want to talk to you because today is going to be an interesting day, and Terry
Mm-hmm.
has some tips for us. We'll try not to use those words, but because every day is an interesting day. All right. How you doing, Cecilia? I'm so glad you're in here today. And for those of
I,
you who are watching on the replay, I just want to say thank you. We appreciate you, and we look forward to continuing to bring you great content. How you doing today, TJ?
I'm doing well. I have a lot of noise going on, so I apologize because I do live in New
We
York.
can't hear it. We can't hear it.
It's because I can hear it. It's the scaffolding. It's a
Ah,
big thing. The scaffolding in New York. There's scaffolding up over all buildings, and they don't take them down. So
mm,
today, I think they decided to take them down, and there's a lot of hammering and slamming and bamming, and people going up and down the stairs, and I can see them in my peripheral, and it throws me off. So it throws me off. So I
oh,
know if you can't hear it, because sometimes you can hear the bus going by and
mm-hmm.
whatever, but I'm saying it's bothering me, so I'm going to try to filter out. So if you hear
Oh,
me go or my face go, that's
now
that's
we know what's going on, huh?
that's these guys, because yesterday was quiet and today is like it's like Times Square, Madison Square Garden out in front of my building. But we're gonna power through.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
As we always do. So I want to say welcome to today's chat, our marketing chat that we do every week. I'm Terry Johnson, your digital marketing strategist, here to talk to you and bring you information, tips, and tools, resources to help you with digital marketing for your business or your brand, your Shopify store. If you need a website, SEO, we need to talk about content marketing, social media marketing, all of that good stuff wrapped up into one big chat, and we do it weekly. Okay. So, and I try to think about what the audience, what you guys need to know about what's current,
Mm-hmm.
what, we do current and we do evergreen. Today, we're going to do a little current. So that's okay. Hold on, guys. We're not going to get into the whole politics, but we are going to talk about some things that I want to bring up and make sure that you stay focused on. Okay. So we're going
Okay.
to say good morning to Cecilia. Hello. How are you doing? Glad you're here. Good to see you. So, and as Carolina said, thank you for watching live, but we also know the replay viewers watch. So thank you for watching, replay viewers. If you're here, give a shout out, a hello, let us know where you are, say hashtag replay gang, whatever you want to put in. And Jill is here. Good morning, Jill. Jill
Hey,
just had a
Jill.
birthday. Happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. We do shout outs. We do birthday shout outs if we know about them.
Yes.
So welcome, Joe. Hope you had a great day. I hope you had a great birthday in this what do we want to call it, election week, because I've been watching the news and it's not going to be decided today.
No.
We would like it to be, but I heard one of the journalists said that it's never decided on election day. So, but they have a good idea. By the end of the night, they have a good idea of who's going to be president for the next 4 years. And I just want to say real quick that this time last year, 2016, we went to bed with the same thing. And
Mm.
I woke up and I heard the radio guy say, oh,
We thought.
that person won. And I was like, oh,
There we go.
and it was a clown car, a wild ride, whatever you want to call it. So now we're doing it again. 4 more years. We're trying to get things done. We're trying to get insanity out of where it is now. We're trying to restore values and
Well, all of
say,
these are perspectives now, Terry.
yeah, this is my
Some
perspective. This
people
is my
feel we've
opinion.
had that.
Yes, this is my opinion. I'm just saying that
Mhm.
we are trying to turn the tide. So if you want me to be politically correct, I will say we are trying to turn the tide.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
and you can vote for whoever you like. That's what
thank
makes
you.
this country great. Now, speaking of that, and I'm calling this. If you look below, I said I called this "Survive and Thrive."
Hmm.
I also titled this video because you can title it on the platforms. I said refining your marketing strategy for Q4 and beyond because
Hmm.
we are in the middle. This is the middle of Q4 fiscal quarter. So if you don't know, for financial reasons, the and business reasons and for accounting and everything, our calendar year is divided up into quarters, which is four. So we have Q1, 2, 3, and 4. It starts in January, ends at December. So Q4, which is the last fourth of the year, it started in October. October, we had a lot of companies. If you pay attention to the financial news, if you don't, they will report it on the regular news, but they'll say Apple reported its quarterly earnings. Um,
Hmm.
Amazon reported its quarterly or earnings, and they get really excited about it. And if you don't pay attention to it, that's fine. You don't have to, but I do. And so I noticed that Netflix and Apple, Amazon, all of the big ones, they will report on and say how well they're doing. It's a bellwether for the economy as far as Wall Street is concerned. Okay, so we're in the middle of it. This is November 3rd. So we're in
Hmm.
the middle of it. And also some businesses will notice as their busy season as the holiday season because we just it seems to be unofficially when Halloween is over, October 31st, we immediately go into not Halloween, I'm sorry,
Hmm.
holiday mode.
Yeah.
We immediately go into holiday mode. That means businesses put out their Christmas ads. They don't even think about Thanksgiving because that's one day. They start the Christmas ads. You may have seen some already before October 31st. And that's because we're in this pandemic year, which is kind of crazy. And
Hmm.
things listen, it's Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. You know that ride at Disney World? Or Disney, is it Disney World? Disneyland.
Hmm.
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride is what I call 2020 because we can't predict a thing. This holiday season is totally different from all the ones that you've experienced in the past as a business owner.
Hmm.
My personal advice is my personal opinion is just to hold on, Mr. Toad Ride, Wild Ride, pivot when things come at you. You somebody throwing, hey, we be flexible and pivot. Okay.
Hmm.
So what does that have to do with the election? A lot, because I've heard a lot of people on TV and in the groups that I'm in, everybody's afraid. Oh, I'm so nervous. Oh, I'm so afraid. Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm so afraid. I don't know what I'm going to do. You know what you're going to do if you're a business owner. You're going to keep the focus on running your business no matter
Okay.
who is in the White House. I'm going to repeat that. You're going to focus on your business, your plan, your marketing strategy, no matter who is in the White House.
There you
Got
go.
it? Whether it's your guy or the other guy, it's not going to affect your business as a whole. Tomorrow your business will still be there. Now some
Mhm.
things will change, taxes, but we'll get into that later on in the next year, 2021. But right now, I want everybody to hold on and think about survive and thrive. That's why I read that somewhere. One of the books I read, business books, and they
Mhm.
were talking about surviving and thriving.
That's
I said
driving.
that is the perfect topic for today because I want you to know that
Yes, I've got my cranberry juice, so I'm
yeah,
just.
see, cranberry juice. We got our beverages. I got my water. Let me take a sip.
Mhm. Yep.
And Jill has some comments. Let me bring them up. Jill says, thank you. You're welcome. Like I said, if we know about your birthday, we're gonna
Don't
mention
say something, girl.
it. And Jill says, that's right. Last year was a trip. This year will be wild. Either way,
Either way.
I'm gonna leave that because that's it. That's it. But you are going to be okay because you're going to survive and thrive.
Stay on the ride, guys. Stay on
You're
the
going
ride.
to stay on the ride. You're going to hold on, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, but you're going to hold on. Why? Because I'm telling you. And I'm not saying I'm perfect or telling you it's perfect or we're just everything is good. No, everybody's feeling it, and we've been feeling it for months. And I told you at the beginning of this whole pandemic thing, I said to hold on, to be quiet, to think,
Hey, William.
plan, to
We love you too, William.
thank you, William. He said love you. Yeah, because I'm saying Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. That's the only way I can describe it. I describe the government as a clown car because that's how I see it. And like I said, those are my opinions. Come at me. I don't, like that's how Gen Z and they say come at me. That means tag them and respond with shoot your best shot. I can take it. And like I said, how you feel about voting is on you, and that's good. But I want to say that I see a lot of nervousness, a lot of unsure people, uncertainty. They don't know what tomorrow brings. I'm telling you what tomorrow brings. The sun is going to come up. You're going to run your business. You're going to start your business. You're going to sell to your customers. You're going to talk to you. The thing that you're doing today, you're going to do tomorrow and to the end of the year. So that's why I'm saying Q4 and beyond. So I'm not going to talk about 2021 because we can't even predict next week with anything.
I was going to say, we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring regardless.
Right. So I want you to stop predicting. I want you to stop basing what your business practices, your marketing strategy based on the uncertainty.
Mm-hmm.
No, I've said this whole year, you do not focus on the uncertainty. You focus on the certainty of building a relationship with your audience, turning them into customers, giving them what they need and want, bringing them back, turning the cycle over and over like a wheel. Okay, that's your whole. It's a wheel. Now, yes, there is things going on. People are boarding up stores. They're talking about this and that. Ignore it. Because that is a prediction of you don't know what's going to happen later today and tomorrow. There may be no panic.
Exactly. I'm not anticipating that. But
right. There may be no people in the street with guns, depending on where you live. Because see, New York, I know it ain't gonna be people on the street with guns because they don't do that. They don't play that here. Okay. So, but I'm saying where you are going to, if that's going on, you're going to tell yourself tomorrow it's going to be okay because I'm in control of my business. I'm in control of my life. I'm in control of what I do when I wake up in the morning and, open my doors or go to social media or go to Shopify or look at my web. You're going to do those things. You're going to do those things because guess what? The market is still rolling. The market has been rolling this whole time. I've seen so many people say this is the best time to start a business. And it is true. Right now, in the midst of uncertainty, in the midst of, well, who's going to win? Be calm. Be calm. Tomorrow will come. Stay calm. You're going to do the same things that you're doing today to run your business. You're going to focus. You're going to have a plan. If you have a plan already, like we're talking today, you're going to refine it because there's some things I want to talk to you about that's happening now especially with Facebook and some of the other apps with social media and stuff. If you got an email marketing plan, that's pretty much going to roll as it is. There's no real algorithm or up and down with email, which is why people like it a lot more than social media. Okay. All right. So, let's put this up because I want to show this. Stay calm and carry on. That's what's going to carry you on.
Stay calm.
That's going to be your Q4 focus, your next year focus. Your mantra. This is what you're going to tell yourself. Stay calm and carry on. You're going to do that because everything's going to be okay. Now, let me bring up my notes, guys. Oh, I turned on my. Oh, that's what happened. We were talking Friday about the tap on the back of the phone,
Yes.
and I set mine up for something about brushing teeth. And then so I picked up my phone and it said, "Oh, do you want to start brushing your teeth?" I'm like, wait a minute, I gotta change that. I just try to lighten
I set mine
the
up
mood.
for a magnifying glass, and I pick it up
You
sometimes.
did?
Yeah, so my magnifier. So I don't have
So
to go
it
look.
makes the screen bigger.
It brings up the magnifier, and I can slide it up and down to whatever size I want.
Okay.
Because I didn't like having to go find it over on the front of the phone.
Okay. All right. I want to shout out Bonnie's here. Hey, Bonnie.
Hi, Bonnie.
I saw Bonnie's lovely picture that she sent an email and I saw on our social media. So what Bonnie did, because like I said, that some people have uncertainty. It's okay if you do or you don't.
Mm-hmm.
She put a lovely picture. I believe it was her living room, I want to say, but correct me. And she decorated it in a way that's calming, saying, that everything is going crazy or may go crazy. We don't know, but here's something you do. You calm yourself. You do something that's going to keep you in the moment.
Control your environment.
Yeah. So she had pictures on the wall and everything nicely decorated. And I was like, wow, that's nice. That's beautiful.
It's calming.
Okay, calming. So it's to carry on, survive and thrive. Bonnie's surviving and thriving. She's not, even though we all feel that, like, the uncertainty of what happens today.
Mm-hmm. She said, hashtag.
I'm saying, do what Bonnie did. Bonnie said, I'm going to do something. But I love that she showed it on social media and with her community and in a group and email and said, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. Focus on the things that you can change and control.
Exactly.
Okay? That's what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you find the way. You find the way that's going to help you do that. Me, I will watch financial news all day, all long, and in the middle of doing other stuff, because I'm doing stuff and I'm listening. And then if they say something, then I look at them and go, okay. But everybody has their thing that they need to do. But I want you to hold on to the fact that we will survive and thrive as business owners. Things will happen. Okay, so here's the deal. What if you get upset that, or you have the worry that, well, because someone thinks the opposite of you politically and they posted stuff on their social media and you are not with that at all, what do? Well, you have to think, as a business owner, do I want to keep that person as a client? Do I want to keep that person in my circle and see their posts? Because remember, with Facebook, you can mute people for 30 days. So I suggest that we do that today. Anybody that posts things about the election or any kind of thing that is not in your wheel of positivity, it's not calming. It's distracting. It's upsetting. Mute them. Mute them. Now, if it's a family member, I can't give you advice on that. But personally, I mute everybody, whether they're if they post something, I go boop, because I'm going on to Facebook to see pleasant things from friends and family. Babies and puppies and birthdays and anniversaries. I saw so many of that yesterday. Happy birthday. I saw happy anniversary, happy birthday. Those are the things that I like to see when I go to my Facebook. Now, other people, they go to their Facebook and they see, and I've seen the responses of, people that are on my feed or saying mean and ugly, nasty things. Well, it's a fly. Get out of here. Well, you can use the tools that Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, they all have tools that allow you to mute people. So don't feel.
Well, Bonnie got several comments in
here. Yeah. Okay. So I'll bring it up. Here's the first one. Bonnie says, LOL, BuzzFeed just posted a list of stress relieving videos. I bet there's cat videos and baby cute little cutie dogs. And I bet that's what's there. I bet. I'm going to check it out. Bonnie says, Terry Johnson online. Hi, honey. Hey. She says, I simply delete. I don't mute. See? Here's another thing. If you really want to go for it, delete them.
Mm.
And then she says, if I want to mute them, I just block them. I keep my feed happy. Exactly. And
Mhm.
Khalid, hey Khalid, he says, I go to Facebook to get inspired.
How you doing, Khalid?
That's what I do. That's what I do. Why are you going to Facebook and looking at all these things that make you unhappy? As a business owner, we don't have a lot of time anyway. So my 15, 20 minutes that I allot 3 times a day, I'm going in and I'm like, okay, I don't want to see that mute or Bonnie delete. I do delete some people. Not lately. I've started to mute and I'm being kinder. So, but not that it's mean to delete. And I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I mute them and then give them a second chance. Yeah, okay. But who knows what happens tomorrow? I might start deleting some people depending on the outcome of what happens today. I might have, and I've done that. The last election, there was a couple of people that they are experts on social media, and I looked up to, well, not looked up to them, but I followed them because I valued their opinion on Twitter or this or that. And then when they came out and was so gleeful about the outcome, I was like, well, this isn't a person I can follow anymore. And that's okay, because there's other people to follow, or there's other people for me to see their opinion on social media and marketing. And not that I'm saying that I have to agree with them. I'm just saying that there's a way you present your point of view. And that couple of people are just so, and I'm like, I can't follow you.
Well, you know what the kids say? I can't. They just leave it at I can't.
I just said I prefer not to follow you. And so there you go. Bonnie says, LOL, Terry is nicer than I am. I try. But I can get in there too. I'm like I said, I deleted from people. Once you show me that, okay, this is who you are, and I'm like, that doesn't align with what I want to align with. Like Khalid said, with being happy and positive.
Yes, exactly, Bonnie. Hashtag I can't.
Bonnie says, hashtag I can't. I can't. But okay, so the thing is that I want you to realize that we're going to keep going forward. I mean, all the Blab people know this. If you've been on all the Bonnie and whoever else is here, Pat usually here and everything. Those are the Blab people, and Blab was this social media, not social media, live streaming platform that we all loved a few years ago, and they did the thing that they did. But we started with Blab, and we went to so many platforms that we're used to the pivot. And this is what Fran used to say about pivot. She was like, every time we move from Blab to Fire Talk to Jeans to Smile Time to Huzza. Every time we had to move, Fran was like, oh,
Vocal. Yeah,
Vocal. It's so many. We've been on all the platforms. I'm telling you, Biz Chicks has been on all the platforms.
We keep it moving.
And every time Fran was like, we gonna pivot. Not a big deal. We're gonna pivot. So this is what I want to tell you. We're gonna pivot. We're gonna survive and thrive, because we are going to keep doing what we're doing. Our marketing strategy, everybody. And it doesn't, your strategy, your plan doesn't have to be this formal written document. But it needs to be recorded. A couple of notes here and there in Asana or Evernote or Notes or whatever the note-taking app that you like to have. Google Docs is fine. But you're keeping a list of these are the goals. These are my business goals I don't want to do. Okay, let's get back to the comments. Bonnie says exactly. And then she says, "Oh my God, I can't believe you remember all of them." I forgot one. Terralina threw in what did you throw in?
Let's get vocal. Remember that?
Is it still around? Vocal?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Tachi's here.
Tachi, how you doing?
Hey, I know Tachi knows all of them. Tachi, I tried to list all of the live streaming platforms that we tried, and I know you know all of them. So I listed a few that I could recall, but I know there's some more because I wanted to say that we pivoted from one.
We're having an e-cam.
Ecamm's still around. People still
I
use
mean,
that.
we don't use it as
Oh
much, but
yeah, no,
we
right. No,
will use
people.
that.
Eileen Smith is using it. Mari Smith is. Couple people using the Ecamm.
Mhm.
Okay, Bonnie says Terry Johnson online so sad that there have been so many. I forgot vocal, but I was on the
Mhm.
rest. Yeah, I think we try to get vocal, and I was like,
It was a lot going on.
you just get tired, and then we found StreamYard, and we're here.
Yeah, and I think it was
uh,
Coach Karen that
yeah, I
brought it
believe
up one
so.
Friday about, have you tried StreamYard? We're like, no, what's that? It had just come out.
Mhm. So we're here. It's doing, we're doing okay. And I'm not going to say we're not going to pivot again. I'm saying that the door is
Mhm.
open to change. So we're open to change. Our businesses will keep growing. We have a growth strategy. We have a plan. You know what your goals are. You know
Mhm.
what you want to accomplish. You know how you want to. Maybe detailed, or you may have a general view. Okay, I'm on this platform and I'm doing X, Y, and Z. But you can feel your way around in the dark if the
Ah.
lights aren't on, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Oh, excuse me. Um, Bonnie says I use Ecamm and StreamYard, but nothing has been like Blab. Yeah,
Yeah, it was a good time.
that's everybody. Everybody says that. Yeah. Tachi says Get Vocal has pivoted to podcasts, it seems.
Mhm.
Oh, see, there's some news. So I want to investigate that, because I know for ease of use for business owners, you want to use Anchor. You don't have to. I'm just saying that's for ease of use. Ease of use means you use your phone or you use your iPad, you record, and Anchor does the rest for you. Now, there are other podcasting systems and platforms. You're welcome to check those out. But I'm saying ease of use, because we want things that are easy and quick and simple, right?
Correct.
Right. That's what we want. So, but I'm going to investigate this Get Vocal, because I remember it. I don't even remember what email I used to sign up for. I got to dig all of that. Dig all that information out. Bonnie says, she says, "Oh, I did do vocal, not enough people there, so I stopped." Okay, see, that's what happens. That these platforms, they get popular. Like, I was happy with Smile Time, and the CEO of Smile Time would come on and, oh, it's going to stay free, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that, and then all of a sudden, boop, it was gone. So, like I
It
said,
was free. They set themselves free. That's
like
what
I said, we're used to Fire Talk told us, oh, da da da. They told us a bunch of stuff too. We're gonna be here.
Mhm.
They all say we're going to be here, and then most of
Mhm.
them are not. Now, Blue Jeans is still around, I
Mhm.
believe, but that is more of like an enterprise corporation
Ah.
kind of tool. So for live streaming, and then also, people are using Zoom to live stream, and you know what, I could get into this is better than that and that, but I don't want to get into that. But I do want you to realize we're going to survive, we're going to thrive, we're going to keep going, because we have a plan, formal or informal, clear or fuzzy, but you know what you're doing. And
Mhm.
we need to keep doing that. Now we need to refine our strategy, because, as I said at the beginning of the um, I said at the beginning of the chat that there are some things that have changed. And so I'm going to talk about one or two. I might, depending on our time, but one I definitely want to mention is Facebook. Now, Facebook is the thing that we hate to love. I call it the Death Star. If you know Star Wars terminology, you know what the Death Star is. So I call Facebook the Death Star, because you gotta have it. If you're a business owner, you gotta have it. That's where everybody's hanging out, except Gen Z. So that's a distinction we're gonna get into. But Facebook has made some changes. You've noticed them as far as looks and desktop and mobile. They've changed the business page layout. They want us to use Creator Studio. They want us to use Business Suite, or forgot Business Manager or something. They have an app to manage pages because I manage more than one. So I have to use that app, and they've changed it around. They've changed where you can think. But here's the deal with Facebook. They've also changed their algorithm. If you haven't noticed, in the last month, Facebook has changed their algorithm. I've seen talk in all the groups that I'm in. I've done searches, and people are like, what the heck is going on with Facebook and video and live video? They decreased the reach somehow. Because if you go to your page, look at your analytics, look at the last 2 or 3 months, you'll see a change in your numbers. Everybody's talking about it. Mari Smith got on her page. Mari Smith is, well, she's the Facebook marketing guru that everybody kind of follows. There's more than one, but she's the one that she kind of gets the news ahead of the others. So I'm like, anytime she does a live stream, I'm pretty much like there, or I'll watch her replay. And she mentioned it a little bit yesterday about the reach of live video, the reach of your posts. Facebook has made some changes and everybody is not happy because the numbers are down that Facebook is giving you. And we're going like, what do we do? So what do we do with Facebook? I say, ask yourself why you're doing video on Facebook. Is it to say, well, I want all of these people to come watch me live? Well, everybody can't come and watch you live like here today. I know everybody's not here live. That's why I say, hi, replay guys, replay gang. Let us know you're here. If you got a question, if you need some help, let me know in the comments. We're still monitoring the chat. We're still here in the chat. And that's happened a lot of times. It'd be a week later. I'm like, oh, there's a comment. Oh, that was a week ago. And then I answer and I say, hey, da 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 da. But you're not doing the video for the moment. And we need to think about taking the live video that we do and make it work harder. And I say this, and I'm like, I need to do this too. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I got all the answers. But we need to take video, this live video that we're doing, and make it work harder. That means repurposing. That means taking it and placing it other places, editing it to make it fit, to say, hey, this is what happened today. Now, come and join us next week because we're here every Tuesday at 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern time. So I could do that with mine. I'm going to do that. It's just my thing is my time. I need time to do this and that, or get somebody to do it. So this is the deal. We either do that ourselves or we get somebody to do it. Say, hey, I got this live stream that I do every week. It's this big old 1 hour, 2 hour block, whatever the amount of time is. And it needs to be edited into bite-sized, consumable, snackable chunks on Instagram, on Twitter, on Pin. You need to figure out how to get this views on Pinterest. It needs to go to YouTube. You have it wherever you are. It needs to work more. This video has to work harder now. Yeah, I love that we have, I'm glad that everybody's here live. I love that because we get the conversation. We get the conversation going, and you learn something, and we learn something because this is a two-way street. Live, and I love that. But like I said, we get people that come and watch the replay, and they can still interact with this video. And I'm asking you guys to still interact with this video if you're watching the replay, because I'm here. Terralene is here. Biz Chicks is here. We're going to be looking at the comments. And it's not like, well, an echo chamber. Hello, I made a comment a week later and nobody responded. It's not going to happen like that. Let me stop. And let me see. Bonnie has let me make sure. I want to make sure I didn't skip any comment. So Bonnie says, hashtag Death Star is perfect for Facebook. Gotta have it. It is right. 1.8 billion. Creator Studios a mess. Business Suite still needs some help, but it's gotten better. Okay. So Business Suite has gotten better. I haven't checked it out. I've been so mad because
it's a lot.
Yeah. Because
I think my main problem is it's a lot of change in the middle of a lot of change.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
To be able to give it that kind of attention after you're already drained from all the life changes. You know what I'm saying? The lifestyle changes that we've had to endure, homeschooling, working from home, just all kinds of things.
Yeah. That's why I'm telling you here, we got to survive and thrive, and we got to keep. And I'm going to tell you what you need to focus on so you can pinpoint what you need to fix. Like I said, refining the strategy. There's something going on with Facebook. If you haven't noticed it, I'm telling you here, it's been mentioned by Mari Smith, and I kind of take her word. If she's mentioning it, it's something that, and I've heard some other people in some of the other groups saying, and especially it's live video. I don't know if it's pre-recorded video. I haven't investigated further because I was like, what's going on with the live video with the views and different things? I'm like, what's going on? And I hear the chatter and other people.
They want to send people to their rooms.
They want
to send the kids to their room.
Yeah, rooms, actually rooms and groups. Facebook is, for some reason, if you're on a business page, they're like, we're not going to help you at all. You gotta run some ads. That's what they're saying. Like, organic reach for anything you do on your business page, they're not happening. I don't know why they got it. So this is the deal. What is Facebook like? Rooms, like Carolina just said. Do you know the Facebook rooms? Anybody use them? I used them once or twice, and I was like,
I just used it to see how it worked.
Right. So we have rooms and we have groups. They're big push on groups. They've been pushing. Facebook has been pushing groups for a while, but they're really like, okay, we're going to turn down the dial on stuff you do on your page because we want you to make a group and nurture a group. And nurturing a group takes a lot of time and effort. A lot on Facebook and anywhere on any platform. And see, Terralina. Tachi says, yes, you get no help. See, they're not helping. They're like,
here's our stuff and figure it out.
Yeah, they're like, you know, you on a page, good luck to you. We don't care. But you better run that ad. Because Facebook makes money off of the ads. So they want money. This is the deal. So that's why I'm saying we need to take our live video and make it work. It's got to work harder now. And I'm saying I'm in that boat too. I have to make this work. BizChick we have to make these things work other places now. Because Facebook is saying we're not going to help you anymore. Like Taji says, we're not helping you. Facebook is not the Death Star. Tati says, I don't want to facilitate a group. Yeah, it's hard work. It's hard work. It's like herding cats.
Well, if you have multiple pages, multiple groups, it's a lot.
Yes, that's what I said. Hey, Pat. Pat is doing you know what? I'm not even Pat, I want you to type in because I always mess it up, even though you straighten me out. But
Bulldog Skywriter?
No, that's not it. She'll put it in and I'm gonna post it up because I always mess it up. I'm sorry. I always want to say the movie and the city. So I'm gonna practice that off camera. But that like Tachi says, who wants to facilitate? If you haven't started a group already, now you gotta go, well, I gotta start a group and I gotta get people in it. But people, if you're in a lot of groups, I'm in a lot of groups because I choose to be, but the average Facebook user is not going to be in 100 groups. There was because I'm in not Bonnie. I want to say Bonnie, not Bonnie. I'm forgetting, but I'm in the group and we talk about live streaming, and the administrator of that group was saying that they counted how many groups were in, and I was like, there we go. Thank you, Pat. She said LOL because I always forget. Bull City Hangout on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page.
Okay, that's where I got Durham Skywriter from. Okay. Yeah.
Bull City Hangout. Thank you, Pat. Barb. I don't know why I want to say Bonnie. Barb has and if you guys know Barb, I can't I'm drawing a blank on Barb's last name. She has a group about live streaming, and she was saying that she was a member of so many groups that she checked, and she was like, "Oh, look at all of these groups," and I'm like, "Yeah, how can you possibly?" And that's me too. I have a lot of groups. How can you possibly keep up with all of the groups that you're in? Well, a lot of the groups I'm in is for research and for getting information and working with this person or that person, and it's hard keeping up with the posts unless I go to I say, okay, let me check the groups feed, and I have to go and check the groups feed, and then I was like, I'm in this group, I'm in that group, because the posts pop up. Otherwise, you're not going to see it unless you have the notification turned on for that group. So you have to remember to turn on the notification, and you'll see what's going on in that group. But Facebook wants you. Oh, hold on. Oh, Barb Tomlin, thank you. And Pat says no, thank you. You're welcome. And Barb Tomlin, Barb Tomlin's group. That's who it is. So we're in her group, and we had a discussion about the number of groups that she was in, and it was a big number. But I'm going to tell you, the average Facebook user is not going to join a bunch of groups because they have to, keep up with it and look at the posts and interact. And this time, we're running out of time, even though we're working from home, even though we got the pandemic and people aren't doing as many things, but I have all this time. Let me look at all my groups on Facebook.
But one of the things that people are concerned about is they're tired of looking at screens. They've had additional things placed on them, and now it's not recreation. Now it feels like work because they have to be in this space for their employment purposes, for their kids' education.
Yes,
mandated.
Checking email. I'm telling you honestly, I'm making sure I got to check my email all the time because something might come from school. So I'm telling you, it's stressful. So I got to do that, and I got to check my groups, and I got to do that, and my chair is sinking. Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Yes. So I'm saying that to say that you need to curate your feed and, just be gentle with yourself because you've had a lot of additional requests for your time.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So that's the deal. If we want, do we want to be on Facebook? Yes, because that's where the most people are, the most users are hanging out right now in a certain age group. If it's below, I would say if it's below, if your demo, your target demo is below 25, I want to say maybe 30. I'm trying to decide if I want to do 25 or 30. I'm going to say 25. Then it's definitely not Facebook, and you can forget about it and just go on Facebook for, your own education, look at your groups or say hi to your friends and family. But your attention needs to be on Instagram. And we're going to talk about Instagram because the algorithm there is always changing. They have just, what do we do? We need Facebook, we need Instagram. So the thing with Instagram is you got to use the new tools that they're putting up. The new tools are Reels. And we talked about Reels. We talked about Reels, right? I'm not a fan of Reels, but I've seen some people get some real engagement out of it.
Okay.
So this is the deal with Instagram. You're going to have to look at Reels and a little bit of IGTV. It really has this is what Facebook wanted for IGTV. They wanted to be a YouTube killer. Like they wanted to be on the level of YouTube. And I don't think it's going to be that, but it is a good tool. It is a good tool for business owners. Like I said, we need to repurpose our Facebook Live video or recorded video. Well, so we got to edit it and make it fit IGTV format, and I believe it's 10 minutes is the length. of
Mm-hmm.
IGTV video. I might have to double check on that. Tachi, if you're here, let me
Yeah.
know. I know it was 10 minutes, and the goal for IGTV video was an hour. I don't know if it's reached the hour or not because
Wow.
I reported on a lot of and I mentioned a lot of changes with Instagram. They make so many changes, I'm confused. I know it
I
was
think
10
we
minutes.
all are. And
Mhm.
if they would just give the instructions, come back and tell us later in plain English what to do, they'd
Right.
have a lot more support.
Yeah. So if the limit is 10 minutes, that means if you got more than 10 minutes, you're gonna have to edit the 10 minutes for the best of, like a best of this episode. Um Also remember the podcast we were talking about, Get Vocal and podcast. That's another place we might want to focus if you haven't focused on, excuse me, creating a podcast. You can use Anchor
Okay.
or you can use StreamYard.
Well, Bonnie answered your question.
Okay, 10 minutes for 10K or fewer. Okay, so if you have more than 10K followers, then the limit is probably an hour or so, or maybe I have to double
She's
check.
saying over 10,000 followers is up to 1 hour for
Okay,
IGTV.
okay, thank you.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Yes, thank you. So, see, I knew someone would know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this
I
is
know we had said an hour somewhere on one of the broadcasts, but I didn't know it had a
well, that was, see,
criteria.
this is the deal. When it first started, IGTV, they limited 10 minutes, and then they were saying, okay, we're going to go up to an hour. So I wasn't sure when they made
Or
that
what the
determination.
criteria was. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, look,
Right.
here's Barb.
Oh, Barb, hey.
How you doing, girl?
Barb says most importantly for cash poor businesses, particularly creatives, is focusing on Pinterest presence. It's taking over for highest organic reach. Thank you, Barb. Thank you for bringing that up, because I was going to move on into, we need to look at other, I won't say lower, I'm trying to think of a word, least used or not looked at platforms like Pinterest.
How about we just need to look for places for a different audience?
Well,
Places
not a
where
different
our
audience,
audience
not a different audience. I'm just saying
where
that
they hang out. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying that we focus on Facebook, Instagram, and some Twitter, that we forget. I want to say, I don't want to say anything to denigrate these platforms because they're great. It's just that they're overlooked. That's the word. The overlooked platforms, Pinterest and Snapchat, TikTok is definitely there. I mean, it's one that people know is popular, but they're not putting videos out because they don't want to dance or they're unsure what to do. So the overlooked ones, I'm saying as far as business owners, I'm not saying users. I'm not saying Gen Z. Gen Z is all over TikTok and Snapchat. They love that. And I think I read an article. I have to go back and see that Gen Z is starting to look at Pinterest, like Barb said. So Pinterest it's not a up and coming, because Pinterest has always been around. It's more of a overlooked because we're looking at the popular ones, if you understand what I'm saying. Like we focus on Facebook and Instagram so much that we forget about and overlook. Pinterest is a place to go. You might want to start looking at that, especially if you're doing live video. There's an easy way for you to do Pinterest without a website. This is the deal with Pinterest. You get the most benefit if you have a website, because when you pin something, you're pinning it to your website or a blog post. But you can pin a YouTube video or an IGTV, anything that has a link. This is the key with Pinterest. If it has a link to somewhere, you can pin it on Pinterest and get the attention to it. So I've seen a lot lately, and this is happening in the last year or so, that people are either uploading YouTube video or they're pinning to their YouTube video to get more views on their YouTube video. So you can use Pinterest to go anywhere you want, as long as you have a graphic that's created optimally to get the attention, and it's the right size and there's dimensions for it. And when they click it, it goes to the link that you put in. It doesn't have to be your website. Doesn't have to be your
Okay.
I see Pinterest is going to be one of those things that it's a steady growth, and people are businesses are overlooking it. And Barb says Barb says people are also concerned about their security on TikTok. See, we have this.
Mm-hmm.
We have this, and she's right. There is a concern about it. Now, what's happening with TikTok is the last thing that I've heard is that the courts, the judge have decided that the ban put on by the White House is no longer standing as of now. Now, there is an option to revisit it, but the focus has been on the election. So that might be something that, depending on who wins today or whatever, that might be something that's looked at or something that's dropped. So TikTok is still on the scene. It's just that immediate threat of it going away from the App Store is no longer there. But if this is your audience, you need to think about doing things on TikTok as a business. Think about it. We need to think about it seriously. I know there's the concern, but I think we're moving away from that. Also, TikTok is starting to bring if you're a US user, they're making sure that their servers are here instead of Singapore or London. They're moving the servers here. That was the last thing I read. So TikTok is trying to alleviate those concerns, but they're still there. But they're trying to make it where, okay, well, the servers are here. Okay, but you're still Chinese-owned company. So, again, that's your, I leave it up to you guys, whatever you want to do. But TikTok is there. So we got Pinterest, overlooked, steady growth. You don't have to have a website. It helps to have a website because the idea of pinning something to your website is that they go for that one pin, that one link, and then they see the rest of the stuff.
Oh,
website. See? But you can pin anything that you have a link to. So like I said, if you have this Facebook video, you can pin this to Pinterest and the link comes to Facebook. There's your views, there's your engagement. If you make something on Instagram and you grab the link, you can pin that. Anything that has a link. YouTube video, Vimeo video. What else am I leaving out? Leaving something else out. But that's one of the things that you need to think about. Look at the overlooked social media platforms. Pinterest is a combination of search engine and bringing people to your website or to your pin. Snapchat, remember, that's a certain group, certain age group. If your age group isn't there, you can certainly not pay attention to it. And, as business strategy, you don't have to pay attention to it. If your group, and I would say under 25, 13 to 25, if that's your group, maybe 26, it gets a little edgier on there, but millennial, because there's Gen Z, there's a little group between Gen Z and millennials, and there's millennials, and there's the older millennials. It gets confusing. But just know the age group of, okay, what's my target audience age group? Good. If it's a certain thing over 35, then you know where to go. If it's under 25, then you know where to go. But you want to look at the they're not emerging. I keep wanting to say emerging, but Pinterest has been around for a while. It's just been overlooked by business owners. It's been overlooked, but your audience is there. So investigate that. Snapchat. If your audience is younger, Gen Z, young millennial, you might want to be there. You might want to do some things over there as far as stories or running ads. Snap is definitely the place where if you want to be, and that's not your thing to hang out, you want to run an ad. Also, Snapchat is not dead. The company, every year I look, like we're talking quarterly earnings, they're always having positive earnings and positive stories, and the market loves them. They're just not as big as Facebook, and that's okay. That's okay. Everybody can't be the Death Star. I call Facebook. Because see, Facebook is a Death Star. Why do I say that? I'm going to say it real quickly because we're running out of time. But Facebook has consumed Instagram, WhatsApp, combined it all into one, and they're just big mass of stuff, and the government's trying to break them up. So Death Star. If you know anything about Star Wars. And Bonnie said, yeah, definitely Death Star. So those are some of the things that I want to talk to you about today, because I want you to survive and thrive. It's still possible to keep going and doing what we're doing, regardless of what happens today. There's no doom and gloom. Don't do doom and gloom tomorrow if your candidate didn't win. and say, oh, this is the end of this. This is the end of our world. This is the end of society. It's not the end of society.
Commerce will always take
As
place.
far as business, if Wall Street is still moving along, we're good. Not that I'm saying it's great, Wall Street. I'm not saying it's great. I'm saying moving. That things are moving. They haven't stand still. People are still buying products and services.
Exactly.
They're doing it in a different way. So you have to refine your strategy as far as distribution, as far as marketing, as far as advertising, as far as focusing on the right thing to get you to thrive. So we're going to thrive Q4 and beyond. Now, I'm not going to talk about next year because I don't know anybody that knows what's going to happen next year. I haven't heard any people predict.
I would think that next year is going to be even bigger and better because
Yeah.
we've got some commerce to make up for that we didn't take place during 2020. So guys, I want you to keep smiling. I want you to look forward to 2021 because people have some pent up, what do you call it, emotional spending that they want to.
Yeah, I mean, I want you to look at how we've done so far since March.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing has really stopped and stuck in concrete. People are buying. It's just things are changing. The distribution of it, the way they buy it, the way they figure out if they want to do business with you, the way they discover you. People want to discover new brands, new businesses, and why can't it be us? Why can't it be us? So I want you to keep your focus on staying out in front, doing the things you got to do. Don't let the decline of Facebook reach and engagement. Don't let that stop you. Keep going. Keep going. Because there's other things we can do. It's Legos. We can build anything we want with the Legos, right?
Exactly.
So build the castle.
Build
a castle. Build whatever makes you happy. Because do it. We want to survive and thrive. We want to refine our strategy and make sure we're going forward. And I want to give you the optimism. I want you to look forward and see there's going to be a light at the end of this tunnel. Things might happen. Yes, I'm not saying that unemployment is
we're not trying to predict the future.
No, unemployment is still horrible. I'm not saying it's great for everybody. I'm just saying if it's good, keep going. Keep going. Things
and there will be a stimulus. You want a piece of that?
Oh yes. They will. There will be one, regardless of who.
Yeah, there's going to be another stimulus check, so people will have money.
So you're going to want somebody as a stimulus. But I want you to keep going. Is what I'm saying. Survive and thrive. We're surviving now, but we're going to get to the point where we're thriving. That's in next year, 2020, 2022. Keep your head up and keep looking forward. Don't let the doom and gloom that you hear on the news sink your attitude and your optimism. That's what I'm trying to say. That's
all right. Well, Lakeisha's
here. Okay, so let's put it up. Lakeisha said, someone told me Pinterest might be better. More of my audiences because they're looking. Facebook is more for entertainment. Okay, so yeah, I agree with that, Lakeisha. You definitely, because you're in makeup. Women, it makes up the biggest concentration on Pinterest. There are some men, and like I said, Gen Z is starting to look at Pinterest, but the biggest concentration or audience and the target audience is women, and they're looking to buy. You're right. They're in more of a mindset to buy because they're pinning and buying. And in Pinterest, you can do things to have them buy right there.
Yes.
Also adding more and more business tools. So that's why I said Pinterest is overlooked a lot. And I don't want you to overlook it. We need to investigate it further. And we will talk about Pinterest, but you're right. Because you're in makeup, and I know that in beauty industry, big Pinterest strategy. So take a look at it. And do that. But Pinterest has a big concentration of women. They're interested, and you know what women are interested in, right?
Exactly. We're part of that demographic. We know what we like.
Yeah, we're the perfect demographic. So go over there, search around, investigate, pin some things, see what's going on, group pins, all of that. So Pinterest is one of the things that we're going to talk about for getting into the next year. By the end of this year, I think we're going to talk about Pinterest. We're going to talk about LinkedIn.
Good.
Definitely, because those are the overlooked Everybody
Mhm.
talks about Facebook. Everybody talks about Instagram and maybe Twitter, but I want you to look at those things. So Pinterest, Snapchat, LinkedIn, TikTok. Okay.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right. So I wanted to do, because I said, hey, today is election day.
Potentially.
We need some encouragement. I want you to stick to it. I want you to keep going and focus on your strategy, refine it with the little things that we talked about today. We will get into those further. Trust me, but I'll say maybe the end of this month or next month, but we will be talking about these other overlooked platforms for business owners, because that's where you might find some gold. You might be, hey, I didn't know what was over here. Let me start digging, and something comes up golden.
There you go. Khalid says he'll be sure to look into Pinterest. And
Okay.
says,
oh, here we go. Okay. Khalid, hey, yes, I will be sure to look into Pinterest. Yes, definitely travel. I want to say real quickly about travel. You want to be ready because it's gonna rise up like that. It's when travel industry comes back online. It's not gonna be a slow burn. It's gonna be a lights on.
There is a lot of
ready.
pent up, desire to travel.
Yeah, travel definitely. So, and I know he's on it. Lakeisha says I've been building a link. Yes. Do you want to do there? You want to be there? See, I like that she said building, because we gotta build. We gotta dig the foundation first, then we gotta build the house on these platforms that we really don't talk about. And it's going to be a slow build, or it might be fast, but you need to be there. Khalid says, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm here to help. Terralina is here to help. Biz Chicks is here to help. I'm here. Lakeisha says, I'll be out and about meeting positive people, spreading joy with small pamper packets with my mask since folks will be out. See?
Mm-hmm.
An idea. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. You think about what's going on today and how can I hop on that interest and keep it going and build the momentum for my business, my brand. She's doing the right things. I love it. Lakeisha, keep going. Keep going, Lakeisha. Keep going, everybody. All of us, keep going. Keep going. Don't let the Facebook algorithm, I'm not letting it get me down. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And then we're going to do some refining the strategy, adding more things that we didn't look at, that we overlooked. And we need to start maybe working more on those platforms. Okay. And so we're a little over, but I want to make sure. Where is it? Oh, there it is. So let's connect with me. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, the website, everything's Terry Johnson online. Let me remove this so we can put the Biz Chick text number up.
Yep. And we do Biz Dude. So if you're looking to join Biz Chicks, you can text Biz to 33777. We'd love to have you be a part of our community and join us online. We do have a group, and we also are here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run. We're offering tech services, and so you may want to contact us if you're having challenges. So thank you for that. Yeah. And tomorrow is Wednesday. We will be talking to Coach Karen all about your money and your mind. Thursday, we'll be talking Happy Healthy Habits with Robin Shimizu and friends. And Friday, we'll be back with TJ and the gang. We'll be talking about tech weekly. Okay?
And only tech, baby. I don't know. I can't promise this Friday.
We're talking tech in English, and we hope that you'll join us for that.
Okay, I just want to say thank everybody for the comments, the everything going on in the chat. We have a great conversation. We always have a great conversation with great people. Glad that you're here watching. Again, replay gang, put in hashtag replay or say hi, whatever you want to say. If you have any questions, find me, Terry Johnson online, or go to the Biz Chick group or the page, wherever. We're going to answer your question. We're here to help. And I'm just saying, keep calm today.
Yeah. And Barb did have a comment about Pinterest. So guys, take a look at that. It says Pinterest is a platform for organic reach for 2021.
So we can see it. Yeah. Pinterest is the platform for organic reach in 2021. Barb is right. She's absolutely right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Barb.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. And have a wonderful day, stress-free day. And
remember, to go to the front of your own line. We'll
Yes.
see you later. Bye-bye.